going on? Once again, having a conversation with a friend of mine who was telling me a situation about her daughter. And she was kind of telling me, like, young girls, you know, coming of age or whatever. And she was telling me that I was asking her about, like, that she had a boyfriend or whatever. And she was saying that, that she's has some self-esteem issues, and she's a little overweight, and she's not too happy with who she is, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And I asked her, I'm like, does she have a boyfriend? And she's like, I don't know, but she's talking about, getting this radical surgery or something like that that's going to maybe, get her, bring up her self-esteem and make her feel better about herself, to kind of give her a little slingshot or a little push to kind of, get her right. I mean, I understand how it works. So my concern is with her was she psychologically prepared for the surgery? And then more importantly, does she have the skills to understand when people start trying to come around? Or, I didn't know she had a boyfriend now, what I'm saying? And, so, and she's like, I don't really know. So my concern is like, you have these, it's men and women, it's both, people are, I don't know, maybe I'm getting off topic. I think people have the tendency to not be, they're very disingenuous when it comes to, giving you who they are, giving you 100% of who they are. You don't want to be somebody's plan B, plan C, booty call, whatever, so my concern is like, I hope she's not subjecting herself to being plan B, or just, dealing with motherfuckers that don't, take her serious. So I'm kind of concerned about her mental well-being before she goes through this, because I don't want her to kind of keep it, keeping that cycle going after the fact, because she's not gonna, it'll just warp her reality. I think, like, a lot of people do that shit where they get involved with people that they're not proud of. They just get involved just to be getting involved, just to kind of get their rocks off, but they're not, and they're feeding these people a bunch of bullshit, making them feel a certain kind of way. When in all actuality, it's just a bunch of empty nothing. And it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not cool. Because then you have this person basically, you leave them hanging, thinking like there's something that's perspective that's going to work out. When in all actuality, you have no plans on making anything with this person. At the end of the day, this person has feelings. Whether you feel a certain kind of way for them or not, cut them loose. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not trying to sound like an old fuddy-duddy or nothing like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer of karma. I'm a firm believer of just giving you, I'd rather just give you the short and the short and the ugly up front, you know, instead of feeding, a bunch of bullshit. I don't do that. That's not who I am, you know. And people today, they're not cut from the same cloth. They don't say what they think. They're not honest, and they either they use you. There's an agenda behind everything. They're there to use you. They're there to use you for something, either, a quick fix, or they're there for monetary gain. They're there because they have some type of void that they're feeling. They have separation anxiety, abandonment issues, whatever. The list goes on, But I just don't like it. I see it, I hear about it, and it's just like, it just causes damage. It causes serious psychological damage to people as they get older, So it's just like, so my concern about my friend's kid is like, look, do they even have any life experience with men, with guys, with boys? You know what I'm saying? Does she understand about, does she already understand about, the shortcomings of this? Have you prepared her as your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Have you prepared her shit that guys do. Have you ever had that daddy daughter talk or whatever, you know? And she's like, no, you know, it's just like, it's like you got to prep these girls, you know, you got to prep them, you know, and it's sad that you kind of have to prep people for the harsh realities of life, but it's like you kind of have to, you know, give them some game so that you don't have these cats trying to run game on them and try to run them into the ground before they've even blossomed into something beautiful. Because you want, if I had a daughter, I'd be damned if I let somebody try to take advantage of her. I'm going to teach her all the, you know, everything there is to know about men, everything they're going to tell you, to lie to you, and to kind of make you feel a certain kind of way, so they could basically have an agenda and have the upper hand on you. And then once they get what they want, they're gone. You know, I'm trying to prevent that. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to raise somebody to be something beautiful, something great, and then she can make somebody a great wife. You know, or a great, you know, or be a great addition to somebody else's life, and vice versa. Somebody can be a great addition to her life. That's all you really want. You want to be able to protect your kids, protect your family, you know. So, I mean, moral of the story is I just kind of want to make sure that, you know, she was psychologically prepared for what's getting ready to happen. Because as soon as she slims down, you know, she's going to get all the negative attention. She's going to get more attention than she can ever imagine, and it's going to be overwhelming. So, it's just, I was just kind of concerned about that, you know, food for thought.